We live in a wild, weird world. We carry tiny computers in our pockets that are more powerful than the ones NASA used to land on the moon. We share cat videos, order pizza, and video chat with grandma, all in the blink of an eye. But like a dusty old saloon in a Western movie, the internet can be a lawless place. From data breaches to online scams, the digital world can be dangerous. That's where the Global Digital Compact comes in. So, what exactly is this Global Digital Compact, income or background? And it's about making sure a set of guidelines and principles that countries around the world can agree on to make the digital world safer and more equitable. The Compact aims to address the big challenges we face in the digital age, closing the digital divide, protecting human rights online, and preventing the spread of misinformation. It's about making sure everyone has equal access to the internet, regardless of their location, income, or background. And it's about making sure the information we see online is reliable and trustworthy. Now you might be thinking, how are they going to actually make this happen? The Global Digital Compact isn't a legally binding treaty. It's more like a shared vision, a roadmap for how we can work together to build a better digital future. It's going to require a lot of cooperation between governments, tech companies, civil society organizations, and everyday internet users like you and me. Alright, so we've established that the Global Digital Compact to create a more inclusive, equitable, and trustworthy guidelines exactly. Think of it like a sturdy table with 4 main legs, connecting everyone to the internet, protecting human rights online, governing artificial intelligence, AI, responsibly, and making sure the internet is affordable and accessible for everyone. These pillars are all interconnected, like the gears in a well-oiled machine. You can't have one without the other. They all work together to create a more inclusive, equitable, and trustworthy digital space. Section 2. Bridging the gap, connecting the a young girl in a remote village in Africa. Finally onto the internet. It's 2024, people. We're sending tourists into space, but there are still billions of people around the world who have never even sent an email. The Global Digital Compact aims to bridge this digital divide by promoting investment in internet infrastructure, especially in developing countries. It's about making sure everyone has access to affordable, reliable internet service, no matter where they live. Imagine a young girl in a remote village in Africa, finally able to connect to the internet for the first time. That's the power of connectivity, folks. Section 3. Safety first. Protecting our themselves without fear of harassment or abuse. Safety and security. The internet is like a giant virtual park, and it's crawling with digital strangers, some of whom are less than friendly. We're talking about cyberbullying, online harassment, hate speech, and the spread of misinformation. The Global Digital Compact aims to create a safer online environment by promoting measures to combat these harmful activities. It's about creating a digital space where everyone feels safe to express themselves without fear of harassment or abuse. Section 4. Fighting the good fight. Combating develop effective countermeasures. It's about creating of misinformation. Let's talk about fake news. It's everywhere these days, spreading like wildfire on social media and wreaking havoc on our ability to distinguish fact from fiction. The Global Digital Compact recognizes the threat that disinformation poses to our societies and democracies. It calls for greater transparency from tech companies about how they are addressing this issue, as well as increased collaboration to develop effective countermeasures. It's about creating a digital space where truth and accuracy prevail over lies and manipulation. Section 1. Leveling the playing field, yields and incomes. It could mean elderly folks staying connected to the benefits of this whole Global Digital Compact shebang. Imagine a world where everyone, and I mean everyone, has equal access to the internet. We're talking about folks from remote villages in the Himalayas to senior citizens in retirement homes in Florida. This kind of universal access could be a game changer. It could mean farmers in developing countries getting real-time information about weather patterns and crop prices, boosting their yields and incomes. It could mean elderly folks staying connected with loved ones, accessing telehealth services, and feeling less isolated. Section 2. The knowledge is power just a click away. This isn't just about memorizing. Let's talk about the potential of the Global Digital Compact to revolutionize the way we learn. Imagine a world where every student, no matter where they live or their socioeconomic background, has access to high-quality educational resources online. We're talking about virtual classrooms with the best teachers in the world, interactive learning tools that make education fun and engaging, and a global library of knowledge just a click away. This isn't just about memorizing facts and figures. It's about fostering critical thinking skills, encouraging creativity, and preparing students for the jobs of the future. Section 3. A booming digital economy, jobs of the in Silicon Valley. The global digital talk about jobs. The digital economy is booming, but not everyone is benefiting equally. The Global Digital Compact aims to change that by promoting digital skills, development, and entrepreneurship, particularly in developing countries. Imagine a world where young people in Africa or Southeast Asia have the same opportunities to learn coding, web development, and other in-demand digital skills as their counterparts in Silicon Valley. The Global Digital Compact could help make this vision a reality, fostering innovation, driving economic growth, and creating a more inclusive and equitable digital economy for all. Section 4. Global Village, meet Digital Village, change, poverty, and disease. Its impact also has the potential to strengthen communities and foster global cooperation. The internet has made that village even smaller, connecting people from all corners of the globe in ways we never thought possible. The Global Digital Compact aims to harness this interconnectedness for good, promoting cross-cultural understanding, facilitating dialogue, and enabling us to work together to address shared challenges like climate change, poverty, and disease. It's about recognizing that we're all in this together, and that by working together, we can create a better future for everyone. Section 1. The price of progress. Who pays the bill? Governments, tech companies, philanthropy. We've talked about all the sunshine and rainbows that could come from the Global Digital Compact. But let's be real, folks. Nothing in life is free. Building a more inclusive, equitable, and trustworthy digital world is going to cost money. We're talking about investing in digital literacy programs, supporting independent media and fact-checking initiatives, and creating robust online safety mechanisms. So the big question is, who's going to foot the bill? Governments, tech companies, philanthropists with deep pockets? It's a thorny issue, and one that's going to require some serious negotiation and compromise. Section 2. Big Tech's Big Footprint. The question remains, can we really trust these companies? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, big tech. These companies, with their vast resources and global reach, have an outsized influence on our digital lives. They control the platforms we use to communicate, the information we see, and the products and services we consume. And while the Global Digital Compact calls for greater cooperation from big tech, it's unclear how much these companies are willing to play ball. So the question remains, can we really trust these companies to act responsibly and ethically? Or will they continue to prioritize profits over people? Section 3. The Censorship Conundrum. Walking the Free Speech Tightrope. The Global Digital Compact calls for measures to combat hate speech, misinformation, and other harmful content online. But where do we draw the line between protecting free speech and preventing harm? Who gets to decide what content is acceptable and what's not? These are complex questions with no easy answers. It's a delicate balancing act, folks, and one that requires careful consideration and a commitment to transparency and accountability. Section 4. The Digital Divide 2.0. Tiered internet where those with the skills and resources to... And finally, let's talk about the digital divide. Now, I know we talked about bridging the gap earlier, about connecting everyone to the internet. But here's the thing, folks, access is only half the battle. Even if we manage to get everyone online, there's still the issue of digital literacy, the ability to actually use technology effectively and critically. Without these things, the digital divide could actually widen, creating a two-tiered internet where those with the skills and resources to thrive online pull further ahead, while those without are left behind. We need to make sure everyone has the tools and the knowledge to succeed in the digital age. Section 1. The doctor is in your phone and access to affordable devices, people and even the most... Imagine this. A young mother in a remote village in India can now access a specialist in Mumbai for her sick child, all through a video call. No more treacherous journeys to overcrowded hospitals miles away, no more agonizing waits for treatment. That's the promise of telehealth, folks, and the Global Digital Compact could be the key to unlocking its full potential. With a reliable internet connection and access to affordable devices, people in even the most remote corners of the globe could receive quality healthcare from anywhere in the world. Imagine the possibilities. Virtual consultations, remote monitoring of chronic conditions, even mental health support, all just a click away. The Compact could help promote digital literacy programs, teaching people how to navigate online health resources and make informed decisions about their well-being. Section 2. From farm to phone, boosting their smartphones. The Compact could help bridge the digitoscopes for some overalls and head out to the farm, where the Global Digital Compact could also have a major impact. Forget those old-timey images of farmers tilling the land with oxen and praying for rain. The future of agriculture is all about data. Imagine a world where farmers in sub-Saharan Africa can access real-time information about weather patterns, market prices, and optimal planting techniques, all through their smartphones. The Compact could help bridge the digital divide in rural areas, ensuring that farmers have the tools and the knowledge to boost their yields, increase their incomes, and feed a growing global population. We're talking about precision agriculture, where farmers can use drones to monitor their fields, sensors to measure soil moisture, and apps to track their harvests. And with greater access to online markets, they can bypass traditional intermediaries and sell their products directly to consumers, getting a fairer price for their hard work. Section 3. Election Interference 2.0. Opinion, spread propaganda, and interfere in civil society organizations to develop effective digital age is sunshine and roses. Remember that whole fake news thing we talked about earlier? Well, it's not just about spreading misinformation about vaccines or celebrity gossip. It can also be used to influence elections, sow discord, and undermine democracy itself. We're talking about foreign governments and shadowy organizations using social media to manipulate public opinion, spread propaganda, and interfere in the democratic process. And with deepfakes and other AI-powered technologies becoming increasingly sophisticated, it's getting harder and harder to distinguish fact from fiction. So, can the Global Digital Compact save our democracy from this onslaught of digital deception? It's a tall order, folks, but the Compact does call for greater transparency from tech companies about how they're addressing disinformation, as well as increased collaboration between governments and civil society organizations to develop effective countermeasures. Section 4. The AI Dilemma. Will AI-powered surveillance systems erode our privacy and collaboration between governments, tech companies, and about artificial intelligence, AI? Now, I'm not talking about your Roomba suddenly developing a taste for world domination. I'm talking about the very real concerns about AI's impact on jobs, privacy, and even the future of humanity itself. Will robots steal all our jobs, leaving us with nothing to do but binge-watch Netflix and eat Cheetos? Will AI-powered surveillance systems erode our privacy and civil liberties? These are big, weighty questions, folks, and the Global Digital Compact doesn't have all the answers. But it does recognize the importance of governing AI responsibly and ethically. This means ensuring that AI is developed and deployed in a way that benefits humanity, not harms it. It means promoting transparency and accountability in AI systems so we understand how they work and who's responsible for their actions. And it means fostering dialogue and collaboration between governments, tech companies, and civil society organizations to address the ethical challenges posed by AI and ensure that this powerful technology is used for good. Section 1. The long road ahead. Censorship. And we've got to do it all while navigating. You have it, folks. The Global Digital Compact. A bold vision for a better internet, a digital world that's more inclusive, equitable, and trustworthy. It's a tall order, no doubt, and there are plenty of challenges ahead. We've got to figure out how to bridge the digital divide without leaving anyone behind. We've got to rein in the power of big tech without stifling innovation. We've got to combat disinformation and hate speech without resorting to censorship. And we've got to do it all while navigating the ethical complexities of artificial intelligence. It's a daunting task, but hey, if we've learned anything from those old westerns, it's that even in the wildest of frontiers, there's always hope for a brighter future. The Global Digital Compact is a journey, not a destination, and it's a journey we're all on together. So saddle up, folks, and let's get to work. The future of the internet is in our hands.